Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll talk about how I made my first million. The stepping stones to making your first million are actually the foundation blocks for achieving financial freedom, something most of us are striving for. While it requires a tremendous amount of luck to become very wealthy, anyone can achieve financial freedom. The secret is not how much you earn or how much you have, but rather how much you spend. If you can control your spending and live a sustainable life, you can achieve financial freedom relatively quickly. 3 steps to financial freedom. I believe there are 3 steps of financial freedom. These steps need to be followed in a specific order to be sure of reaching your goal. I will explain each step in more detail. However, it is worth noting that very few people manage to achieve the first 2 steps by retirement age. Living with too much debt is the primary reason that most people fall behind the few who get it right. Your steps to financial freedom. Be debt-free. Have an emergency fund. Ensure your income from assets covers your expenses. 1. Be debt-free. Most of us will need to borrow money early in our careers. Usually we need debt to buy our first vehicle and home. Some people might also need to borrow to start a business. Debt can be a wonderful tool for wealth creation if it's used to buy assets that will appreciate in value at a good growth rate. This can be called good debt and should be used wisely. However, you also get bad debt, which is usually incurred on your credit card, overdraft, or via a personal loan and is used to buy items that have limited resale value. Many people use debt to buy clothes, shoes, furniture, holidays, and entertainment. This is pure wealth destruction, as this debt is enormously expensive and you are only deriving a short-term emotional benefit from these purchases. If you cannot buy these goods with cash, you simply should not buy them at all. 2. Have an emergency fund. Once you have eliminated all your bad debt and have a limited amount of good debt, you should start building up your emergency fund. This is money that is available at short notice to cover unforeseen expenses. If you don't have an emergency fund, how will you pay for damaged car tires or pay an insurance excess when your geyser bursts at home? In most instances, you will need to use your credit card or some other form of debt. This only sets you back again, as you now need to pay off debt before you can get ahead. I think an emergency fund should be 3 to 6 months of your expenses. If you spend $20,000 per month, then your emergency fund should be worth $60,000 to $120,000. This money can be stored in your access bond, a money market account, or a savings account. 3. Have investments that can generate enough income to cover expenses. You should only start building up your investments once you have finished the first 2 steps. Unfortunately, there are no investments that are guaranteed to grow faster than the interest charged on a credit card or overdraft. This means there is no point in building up your savings and investments when you owe money on your credit card. You should aim to build up an investment portfolio that is 20 times the amount of your annual expenses. If we assume that you spend $20,000 every month, this is equal to $240,000 per year. If you want to be financially free, you will need at least $48 million of investments. I would also suggest that you have extra capital to cover additional unplanned expenses, so you should aim for $55 million. This money should be invested in a range of investments that include cash, bonds, property, and shares. With modern investments, you can buy all of these different types of assets in one portfolio. This could be in the form of a balanced unit trust or share portfolio with exchange-traded funds, ETFs. The best way to build your investment portfolio is by developing a savings habit where you spend less than you earn every month so that you can save the difference. Ideally, you should save at least 15% of what you earn every month. For those who are really serious about achieving financial freedom even earlier, aim for 33% of your earnings. Many entrepreneurs will struggle with this as they correctly argue that their capital is best invested within their businesses. I agree with this view in the early stages of a business life. However, once the business starts to stabilize and generate sustainable profits, the business owners would do well to draw a portion of the profits and invest them outside of the business. This is a form of risk management where you can create an asset that is unrelated to your business. The ideal combination would be a great business investment that continues to generate real wealth while you have an investment portfolio that provides income certainty. This allows you to continue managing your business with relative freedom while ensuring that you and your family have relative financial security. What you spend determines your future. It is pointless allowing your lifestyle costs to escalate at the same rate as your income escalates. If you do not control your personal expenses so that your income increasingly exceeds your costs, you are not creating the savings momentum required to build up your investment capital. This is a problem faced by many high-income earners who spend large amounts on vehicles, leisure properties, and other lifestyle assets. I believe that you should have a balance in life. You should derive enjoyment from your efforts, but it should be balanced with the need to build your asset base so that you can maintain a lifestyle in the years ahead. Spend time on investments with your spouse. Financial stress is one of the biggest causes of divorce. It is noteworthy that many people who have achieved financial freedom at an early age are married and work in partnership with their spouse when it comes to financial decisions. I think it is nearly impossible to create wealth if you and your spouse are not on the same page with regard to spending and saving. It's the same as two horses trying to pull a heavy load, but one horse is moving in the opposite direction to the other. The end result is that a lot of effort is expended, but no progress is made. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. We all know the stories of the tech billionaires who spent a few months working in their parents' garage and managed to create sufficient wealth to feed a small country for decades. These are great, inspiring stories, but they represent a very small percentage of the people who have tried to achieve the same result with no success. People who embrace more unfashionable businesses offering services that people need on a daily basis are more likely to achieve sustainable financial success. For example, everyone needs a plumber, electrician, painter, and handyman from time to time. I realize there are very few parents who will brag to their friends that their school-aged son is planning on becoming a plumber, but there are many plumbers who have achieved financial independence comparatively early. Their contemporaries who became doctors and lawyers might have had more aspirational careers, but many of them are still forced to sell time every day to cover their lifestyle costs without being able to build their savings. As many business owners will tell you, it may not be glamorous owning your business, but it can be enormously rewarding when you start to build an asset of value that can be sold. So how to make $1 million? This is one of the most important things on this list. If you would like to be a millionaire, this is often how you are going to do it. There is no substitute for time when it involves investing. The earlier you begin, the faster you'll make $1 million. On average, millionaires invest 20% of their household income annually. Their wealth isn't measured by the quantity they create annually, but by how they've saved and invested over time. Writes Ramit Sethi in his New York Times bestseller, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Invest in real estate. We have written about real estate being a great source of passive income, and it is, needless to say, it's a great tool to help propel you to your first million. Be smart with debt. It's almost impossible to be 100% debt-free in life. Sometimes it's impossible to avoid debt. There is good debt and bad debt. Make sure to watch the full video. Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.